And we are back. Welcome to Call It Spade is Spade podcast. It's been wonderful having you guys on air with us always. As always, I am your host, Sean, aka Big Jimmy. And with me, I have some lovely guests sitting on the panel today with me, and we're going to get into some business and talk about some things. You know how we do it. We call it spade is spade on this show, right? I'm going to go from my right hand side and let everybody introduce themselves. And we'll start with.
My name is Tay. I'm a makeup artist. I live in Houston. If you are in Houston, follow me on Instagram, Faces by Tay with two S's, Tay with two Y's and two underscores.
Age.
I'm 28. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I've been in Houston for 8 years.
Okay. And after the show, we will be getting everybody's IG and putting it online for you guys. So if you want to follow, give them a shout, see what they do, and help us, build them up too. We'll appreciate that. Uh, I have Dawn as always. Yes.
So my name is Bernard. My friends call me Don. Um, I've lived in Houston for a bunch of years, and age, y'all, I'm 42.
Oh wow.
Of course. Yeah. We
Interesting.
know that.
Nice to meet you.
All right. And lastly.
I'm Zainab. I'm 28, 26. Woo. I'm 26, and I do also have a podcast called The Cool Down, so you guys can follow as well.
The cool down, you
Yes.
see? Okay. So it's spelled the cool down, just like that.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. All right, so we'll cool down and just chill on that too. All
Funny.
right, good. That's good, good, good. That's great. That's great. So yeah, you all heard. She has a podcast, the cool down. It would be nice for you guys to help us follow, subscribe, and like what she has going on, and maybe wanna. Who knows? You might see me on the show too. I'll
Yes.
be there as a
definitely.
guest or
You
something, and
definitely
we'll
might
talk.
see him.
Yeah, good, good. So without much ado, let's get into some things. Let's get into some things. So the first thing that we want to talk about is what's going on the internet now. Everybody, I'm sure a lot of people have heard what's going on. So we have this soccer player. His name is Achraf Hakimi. Don't know if you watch soccer or something, but here is what's going on with him. He's getting a divorce right now. And unfortunately for the wife, well, she wants to divorce him. Um, he got married to her when he was 28. He was 18 actually. He got married to her when she was 32 or something. Thereabout. The wife is 32. He was 18. She's a movie star and he's a soccer player, a pro soccer player. Now she wants to divorce him and get half of the whole property that he has. Unfortunately for her, she took him to court and found out that he actually has nothing. And she has to pay him for the divorce instead. Why does he not have anything is because, according to everybody, he's a mama's boy. So he put everything that he has into his mother's name always. Everything he owns, his car, his AirPods, his phones, everything is in his mother's name. So ladies, what do you think about that? Would you marry a mama's boy?
No, I personally wouldn't marry a mama's boy. I'm just curious to know why did he put everything in his mom's name? Was it to prevent his wife from being able to take everything from him or half of if divorce came up?
Um, I personally don't think he's a mama's boy, and I don't see why I wouldn't marry him. But sometimes it's all about culture. So you don't know the country that he's from. What country is he from again?
Morocco is his
Morocco,
actual
right?
country.
So it's
Yeah.
a Muslim country, right? So they have their own religion and tradition, right?
Mm.
So you don't know if whatever decision maybe in that country, they when the boy until they get to a certain age, their asset is under their mom. Because most African countries are like that. It depends on which country though, right? So maybe that Morocco just has to be. I mean, Morocco is in Africa, in my opinion, right? So maybe Morocco just happens to fall with that tradition and that culture, right? So I don't think that classifies him as a mama's boy. I just think that he's very smart
Right.
to even do that to begin with.
Right. That was my first thought. That was like kind of smart of him.
Yeah, it's a smart move, but personally, it would bring a problem because I'm African too, right? So we will crash on that.
Right.
Like me and him might end up crashing, or me and the mother will end up crashing sooner or later, right? But he's smart, and plus she didn't even do anything for him to begin with, to take half of his money.
Right.
Like you can't rip what you did not sow. She didn't rip anything. Why are you trying to get something out of it?
I think I like the way you Zainab, I like the way you actually put that.
Coined it.
Yeah, so I think overall, I think divorce is something that we all know is real. We all know that that's like, I don't know the exact statistics about divorce right now, but it's it's going high. And I always tell myself, like, at the end of the day, we both want to be happy. So what is it that you can do while you're not divorced to make sure that if that becomes a thing, everyone is happy? Because what happens is when you go through divorce, everyone is hungry. The woman wants everything, the guy wants to keep what he wants, everything is just going head on. And so I always say, like, when things are still smiley, you get some things straight. And for me, I think the guy probably did that because, I mean, I'm like, maybe the moment is like, she's 32, you're 18, she's almost double your age. Like, what exactly are you guys up to? Like, you're a football player and then you make a lot of money, you don't know what's gonna happen, just play it safe. And I'm not sure, maybe the woman is like, I don't need your money, well, you just do your own thing, you know, I do my own thing, I'm a movie star, you know, that kind of stuff. And then down the line, now she's interested in having more. Unfortunately, the guy's protected himself. So I would say to the guys, like, you gotta protect yourself. I would say to the guys, I'm not saying don't love, I'm not saying don't do whatever you need to do that you feel like is right for you to do. To protect yourself as a man, you want to do that. Like if it's prenup, if it's whatever works for you, you want to put in your mom's name, whatever works for you. Because at the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself. And even if you're getting married to this person, I feel there's some things that you guys do together. Like you gotta talk about this thing. Like, okay, I'm getting married to you. You have your property. I'm after your property, but we're gonna build stuffs together. How do we manage that? So whatever, if she married him at 18 and then maybe they married for 8 years, in that 8 years, in a reasonable marriage, I expect that they would have rubbed on each other to grow over that time. And so how do I get to gain from any of that growth in that time when we're going apart? So you're gonna have to have some sort of balance in understanding where that lies in your whole marriage. And then that way you don't have to worry about, you know, the divorce, you're doing divorce, like, back to when I talk about, like, I'm like, okay, in everything you're doing, relationship, divorce, at a point in time, every point in time, you have to check yourself, I'm saying, and ask yourself, what exactly am I giving, what am I getting back? And if you're not seeing the ratios you're expecting, and that is changing, you need to address it.
I mean, for me, oh, sorry. Okay. Because for me, I think it's actually a phenomenal smart move what he did, to be honest. I mean, at 18, you're still too young and whatever it is to even get married in the first place, and then get married to someone who is way older than you are. Because right now she's 36 and he's 24. They were married for, I think, 5 years, right? And she was a movie star. And then I think the reason why he did this is because he had already seen the trait that, okay, this is going to happen. Now, she was once married also to another big star, right? And she divorced that person too and won whatever she won. So, I mean, coming to think about that, I think, yeah, it was a smart move for him to do that, because someone like her, and majority of women nowadays, would not sign a prenup. They would not want to sign a prenup. I mean, every woman wants to protect herself too when they come into the marriage. So I don't think she would have wanted to sign a prenup and be like, oh yeah, I don't want anything, I'm just gonna sign prenup, I love him and whatnot. No, it wasn't really love, it was like a business plan. She thought about it and felt like, okay, 18, he's very young and he's just starting his career. He has a long way to go, so by the time he's at his peak or whatever, I can get something from it. Unfortunately for her, she's not getting anything. Instead, she has to actually even pay him.
I think when you think about prenup as a bad thing, marriage is a contract.
It is a contract.
So prenup is a contract. So like for me, like you have to have an understanding, like when you're doing a prenup, you guys have heads straight. It's not like you're doing a prenup to favor someone. It's a prenup that actually considers what you guys are about to build together. You sit down, you discuss it, you discuss why am I doing this, what's that, okay, you're saying that you're gonna do all the work, I'm not working, and then you wanna keep all your stuff to yourself. How does that help me? I'm not doing any work, I'm staying at home, but I'm still taking care of us. Like, so you talk all this out and agree. It's not like a prenup like it's one-sided. And so we need to understand that marriage is, at the end of the day, yeah, you love each other, you're fond of each other, all the mushy stuff is going on, but things are gonna get real. And at the end of the day, you have to realize marriage, again, that's why divorce becomes a thing, because it's a contract. That's why you can divorce. So a prenup is not a bad thing. Like, people have this notion that, oh, if he tells me to sign prenup, that he doesn't love me, he's thinking of divorce is everywhere. I mean, the statistic is clear.
So
80%.
So what I'm getting from what you guys are both saying, right? So there's like a stigma behind prenups, right?
Yeah,
Like
oh
most
yeah, for
people-
sure.
most
Women,
people-
no, it's just in general. Women don't like prenup. When a woman hears prenup, she's like, oh no.
I don't think prenup are more like women and men kind of debate. I think it's more of who has the power, who has the upper hand than the other person.
So,
Like, if I have more money, right, and you don't have money as
Mhm.
my husband, right,
mhm.
you might not want to sign a prenup because you feel like you're not going to benefit out of it. And if I'm the woman and you're a man, you have the money, I might not want to sign the prenup because I feel like I'm not getting anything out of it. Because at the end, with prenups, we're looking out for each other's. I'm looking out for myself on a prenup. I'm just my point of view, right, and my opinion. When it comes to prenup, I'm looking out for myself and you're looking out for yourself. We're two individuals sitting down. At least when it comes to that, we're not husband and we're not boyfriend and
For the
girlfriend.
law.
We're not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. There's no love. Prenup. People need to understand this. Right? When it comes to prenup, right, it's legal. Everything is legal, written out. There's no love. There's no anything.
No, but you're in love
I'm
when
an
you're doing the prenup.
individual. I'm an individual,
Okay.
right? You are an individual. Two individuals coming together legally, bindingly to come into a contract agreement,
Mhm.
right? I fight for myself because I don't know what's gonna happen 10, 20 years, 30 years, or even 5
the
years
line.
from now. So I'm fighting for whatever I'm gonna get out of this because I'm gonna put my time and effort, my tears, whatever. Like, he's a soccer player, maybe he was cheated. All that thing I'm gonna put into, I'm gonna want something out of it. So I'm fighting for myself. You're fighting to maintain whatever you already have because you have the upper hand, right? So there's no relationship when it comes to at least that moment.
But the
It's
thing is-
all legal.
But the thing though is, like, because of the fact that you guys, at that point in time, someone is not trying to divorce someone is trying to marry someone, right? So at that point in time, even though you're doing legal contracts, just like you're doing a legal contract for divorce is a contract too.
Yeah, of course.
So the prenup too is a contract. So at that point in time, you didn't contract in love, you didn't contract out of love. So when I'm doing contract with someone I care about, some things like I would naturally want to be, I'll be more reasonable about it, even though I know it's a legal contract.
That's his days.
Well, that's another thing. That's a different ballgame. So if people don't think about it, because I feel like you can't get married to someone and this person doesn't earn as much, and you are trying to push everything to protect your own gain and all that. This really don't
That's
work
why
that
it's
way.
And also, if I can chip in real quick, so this is the thing about marriage that I come to understand is this: one, men don't tend to leave marriages.
That's true.
Even if the man is cheating and doing all whatnot, men don't tend to leave marriages. It's a known fact. 70% of marriages, actually 80% if you're a college graduate, 80% of marriages is initiated by women.
That's true.
Divorce, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
divorce. I mean,
divorce
divorce.
wise.
Sorry,
That's true.
it's initiated by women, right? So, prenup in its sense is usually something that a man initiates to protect himself. Now, when you were saying if you had the upper hand and you had the more money in the marriage, usually a man doesn't like to settle down with a woman that has more than
It will
more than
shock
he
you.
does.
This is.
Yeah. This modern days, you have men that are not men anymore.
things are
You know,
changing
You'll be
now.
shocked.
no. Yeah, that's
There's
what I'm
men
saying.
that want to be house.
There are men that are
They will
not
shock
men
you.
anymore. They're just there. These days, we understand that. You get. But the thing is this: prenup comes into play not after marriage. It's actually before marriage. So if I have acquired a whole sum of wealth, I'm trying to see like, okay, what's going to happen? All right, so we're going to sign a prenup saying what you come in with is what you're going out with. That's when the question comes.
I like that.
What do you bring to the table? What are you bringing to the table? I'm bringing all this. This is what you've seen that makes you interested, right? What are you bringing? What are you going to offer into the relationship? And I think that's why these days we have more women going into workforce and all that. trying to have a career and make something for themselves, which I mean, traditionally is not really the best. You know, as a woman, do you really want to work a 9 to 5 job and work all your life trying to acquire something? It's not really the best, you know. But that's the main thing, and the man is looking like, okay, if 80% of marriage divorces are initiated by women, and I already have all this, what's to say that by the time I marry this person, she's not going to want the divorce and try to take everything I have?
But that's what
So
there's
let's
two.
do a prenup.
That's what there's two. There's
Okay.
prenup and there's post prenup. Like after you get married, that's what I'm saying. Like you just mentioned that what you come in with in a prenup, you walk out with
Is
that.
what
That's
you're
two
going with.
single people, right?
Mhm.
No kids, no anything.
Yeah.
So after that marriage is done, there's something called post prenup, where you guys sit down again after kids, come into an agreement. If you guys have businesses together, like okay, this is what we're gonna do because we have businesses now. We are growing certain things. We have properties together. We're gonna divide
And
it this
dissolve
way.
it.
We have kids like this, so that's why they have two, right? And then it's just about just like people are not comfortable with having conversations like that. But there's just so many legal ways that you can actually like if she would have had a post prenup after she had kids for him, that she wouldn't have been walking out with zero. Even if
Yeah,
he didn't
they
have
don't,
money.
they don't have any kids, so.
Oh,
Good for
okay,
him.
so good for him, right? So, but if they have kids, right?
Mhm.
Even if like now it's all the mother's name, right? That wouldn't have mattered at all. Because at the end of the day, it's legal. You wrote and you signed that. So whatever you wrote, you're accountable to that.
Do you think
So
it
I
would be
can't walk
easier-
away with
Do you
anything.
think it's going to be easier to do a post prenup than the?
Yes, once I start a business, but that's you. All those things are in prenup. You talk about things like that.
No, you
Just
say post prenup. You talk about the prenup and the
In
post
the post
prenup.
prenup.
after you guys get married, post prenup.
Yeah. So do you think it's going to be easier because I feel like at that point in time you're already locked in. So if it says I don't agree with you, you don't agree with me,
But
what
you
do you
put
do?
that in the contract before you guys even get married in the prenup.
So there's prenup and there's post prenup. So you
Exactly.
do both.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So that's in the contract that when we get to building a family, we get to building houses, properties, equity, everything is in there. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna have that post prenup where I'm telling you, okay, 50-50,
I like that.
25, 75,
I like that because
35, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do, and that's what I'm walking out with at the end of the day.
I like that
I think
because
that's unfair.
yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that-
Because realize that guys these days, truthfully, don't want to get married because they're like.
That's what I was
But
about
that's
to
what
say
there's
next.
two levels. Just that people don't know. See,
Because this is the
people don't
question
know
I
about
was
the
going to
post.
ask. I was going to ask this question. What's the benefit for a man getting married these days now? What's
There's
the
a lot of
benefit?
benefit. What are you talking about?
Give me a couple. Give me a couple. All right.
Help me,
Please give us a
What
couple
are
of
you
benefits.
Give us-
Let's
give us a
know.
couple of
Please give us a
benefits.
couple.
I'm
Let's
really
see.
excited about
Maybe
it.
you can have. Your opinion might change our minds. So
Yeah,
give us
for
a couple
real.
of benefits that you think is there for a man.
Okay, so-
actually.
So
These
recently,
days,
right?
in this
I've been
modern
reading,
day.
right?
Mhm.
I've been reading, right? So there's this thing called domestic partnership,
Okay.
right? Where two people living together. Example, you and your girlfriend, right?
Mhm.
You guys are living together,
Okay.
but legally, you guys are not married. She cannot
Yeah.
claim you as a family. You guys
Yeah.
are not family, right?
Okay.
Everything else, you guys are legal wise, money wise, equity, bank account, everything you guys are. But when it comes to family, she can't claim you as her family.
Mhm.
Right, but you guys are living together. That's not marriage. It's actually a contract called domestic partnership,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
And it's
that's right.
marriage, right? Like I feel like she can walk away whenever she wants. Like literally walk away,
Mhm.
but she is gonna lose because she's not getting anything from that.
Mhm.
Like there's nothing it's entitled to her at
But
all.
what woman would want that though?
But a lot of people do that all the time because domestic partnership is a man mentality, and I was
It
telling my
is,
friend
yeah,
that.
it is,
That's
like,
for
of course.
men. So
Mhm.
if a woman willingly agreed to that, you're just shooting yourself in the leg. Because why?
There's no
you're
benefit.
giving your body,
That's what I
you're
was
giving
hearing.
your time,
Mhm.
you're giving your energy, you're giving your tears, you're giving your prayers, you're giving your financial whatever it is, you're giving your
I think
support.
that's 50-50 though.
No.
No, I'm still waiting for you
Because
to
the
tell
man is
me
given the
what
same thing
exactly.
too.
So yeah, I get
Okay,
the whole
when it comes to
domestic
marriage.
partner or marriage. What exactly is it? That why is it that a man like I know some things in my head, but I'm just trying to get what you have to say. Like what is exactly the man needs to look forward to when you get married to a woman? What are the things you're looking
Okay, for
forward
example, right, before you get married, obviously there has to be a mutual understanding and mutual
Agreement.
Correct.
right?
Mhm.
It's somebody that you actually like having conversations with, right? Beyond the physical. Yeah, physical, of course, is good, right? But it's beyond the physical, right? Somebody that you actually like to have conversation with, somebody you enjoy spending time with them, right? And on top of that, right? Somebody that you can actually invest in. I'll invest in you, you invest in me. A woman that can give you her last, just so that you are okay with whatever it is that you do. Domestic partnership cannot give you that because she's not entitled to anything. Right? And it's women that are stupid that are out there that are doing that, which I don't understand.
And I have a feedback. I have something back for you on that one, but I'll back first. I want you to land.
Right?
Also,
And then
don't
also
you
there's
think-
cultural.
okay.
There's a sense of motherhood, right? You know this woman is your own. Unless you fuck up sharp or unless you mess up, right? You know this woman, like, she's mine, right? She's there support mental wise, physical wise, emotional wise, spiritual wise. Like, she's there for you. She make that your house, a house that you want to come into.
Okay.
Right? She makes it lovely for you. She make that food on your, which she's supposed to be. She's your wife, supposed to be cooking and cleaning and doing whatever she's supposed to do, and also have her own thing, right?
But this you're talking about a traditional woman though, not the Western modern woman.
You can have both. There's an in between now. There's an
Really?
in between. Yes. You guys are not reading. There's an in
Oh,
between.
I want to be educated. Please, go on.
Okay.
Go on, land.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it because
I'm waiting for it. I'm
trust
really
me,
waiting
I've read
for it.
I read
There's
Fire
a
and
waiting
Wine, so I
for it.
know.
There's
So
a traditional,
let it
there's
go.
a modern, and there's people that are in between.
Correct.
In
Meaning
between.
that they still do the whole housing, cooking and cleaning, but they still want to go out there and create a future for themselves.
Yeah, I mean that's
In
fine.
between.
That's normal.
Modern women,
Yeah.
most of them don't want to do shit. Nanny, cleaning.
So are you talking
cooking.
about the 20%? Or are you talking about the 80%? Because when we're having a
Yeah,
conversation, when we're talking about
exactly.
women in the whole,
Exactly,
like,
because
I'm not talking about 20.
this percentage of in-betweens that you're talking about are like the exceptions. They're like the 10%. They're not like the majority.
No, I'm
Because
not
the
saying you're not.
majority.
It's not you, but
No,
I'm
no,
like,
we're not talking
overall.
about. We're talking about in general now.
Yeah.
The majority of the modern women, the majority of women nowadays
Okay.
are modernized, don't want to do any of this. They don't even want to settle
Why
down
do
in
you
the
want to
first
marry
place.
them to begin with?
That's what we're asking
why
now.
the question.
That's the
what
question.
That's why, that's why I
kind
said,
of
what's the
preference, though.
benefit?
It's a pen of, like, if you're going after women like that, it's not the woman's fault because you saw them slay mama queen, make
Okay,
up
now,
everything. It's your choice that you want to go after them. Because if you're going to go after a woman like that, you have to have the pockets to take care of them. Am I right?
Okay,
Sure.
so,
Am I bugging?
True.
If you cannot afford them, why are you running after them?
no,
now?
so this is.
And then you call them gold diggers. You call them
No,
because
it's not even about some women. I know it's not about gold diggers. It's about the way, the upbringing, the
It's about the
mentality,
morals.
the culture,
go
everything they've
after
grown up
what
with.
you want. Don't go fighting for what you don't want.
So now we're not even talking about people going after or not going after. We're saying, like, okay, for example, why would a man be interested in getting married in the first place? Like, it's not about going married. Like, why would I decide to settle down
A good woman
with
can
someone?
take you from port to reach. A very good woman.
Good woman. Now, so now see where we have. So a woman is a nurturer, okay? A woman can build a man.
They're
can
nurturer,
motivate
they're
man.
helper,
Yeah, they
they're
can do all that
supporter,
kind of
that's
stuff.
what they are.
But these days, and I want to piggyback on what you said a minute ago. You were talking about like the whole domestic woman or whatever you call it,
Partnership,
whatever.
partnership,
I'm not
yeah.
going to give it the name you gave it, like domestic or whatever.
Oh
but
no, that's a legal name. Search it up.
yeah, I'm not going to give
Yeah.
you. I'm not giving it that legal name that you called it. I just want to point something out because I believe that sometimes I've seen women that say, okay, fine, okay, you're dating in a relationship with someone or whatever it is, and you're like, oh, because I'm just in a relationship with this person, I can't do X, Y, Z stuff. No, let's take out sex and all that stuff. Let's just like you can't just be a woman. You can't start nurturing this man while you're not married to him because you feel like I'm not married to this person. I can't do that. Now,
It's a
how?
preference.
So now the way I'm going here is this, and I can chip in spiritual stuff here and there.
Yeah.
The Bible says that he that finds a wife finds a
Finds
good
a
thing,
good thing, yes.
and obtains favor from God. So
Yes.
God understands there's a place where a woman brings favor to the place of a man's life, and I agree with that. But the Bible says he that finds a wife. So that means that the woman must be a wife when it's found. So you cannot, the Bible says, so you're not married, he that finds a wife. So to be a wife, you need to exhibit the characteristics of a wife for you to be found. So
Which is hard
if
to
you're
find
not,
these days.
but if you're not, if you're not,
Guys, I'll fight you people. Oh. Let's keep going.
No, go on, come on.
So if you're not,
Come on.
if you're not being a, if you cannot do some things, or you cannot help the guy to nurture to, just help the guy do stuff and be that wife kind of trait. How can you be fine? If someone else can give that trait, trust me. If I have two women in my front, one of them is saying, "Oh, wait till I say I do before I behave like a wife material," and one is already living that life, helping you have, maybe taking care of doing all those things for you, and you say, "Oh, because I don't want to be domestic." I'm not talking about the legal now. That's a different ballgame mentality. So women need to think like, for me to win a man, I don't have to have. There's some boundaries you can draw. Different things, whatever. But I need to be able to let him see me as a wife, like something that he wants to behold, something that he sees a future with. If he doesn't see that, there's nothing that makes him feel like it's a good decision to move in that direction.
But I think a lot of women are, natural nurturers. They do
Exactly.
that
Thank
right
you.
off the bat. No matter if you're married or not, going into the girlfriend boyfriend stage, they do that right off of the bat. It's just because that's
just
what
who
women
they are.
do.
Mm.
That's just what women do.
Personally,
And
right?
what they call it, I'm sorry to cut
No,
you
that's
off.
okay, that's okay.
What they call it, like, I don't know if you guys ever heard the saying, like, don't play house to a man that
To a man that, yeah.
I agree with that.
It's not your husband. A lot of women do
But,
it.
but that's the thing
I
too.
agree
See,
with
that
that to
saying,
an
that
extent.
saying
To an
too,
extent.
that saying too makes it difficult too. Because here's the thing: when we talk about marriage, the way I say it, it's kind of like a business. You're trying to go buy a car, right?
It's a whole job.
You're trying to buy a car, right? And you see the car and they tell you, well, this car is not driving until you pay for it. Will you buy it? I mean, will you buy the car? Wouldn't you want to test drive the car, make sure it drives, make sure the brakes work, make sure the lights are good, make sure it's actually what it's meant to be before you actually buy it? But you get to the dealership and the dealership says, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're not buying this, or this car is not going to drive until you actually pay. When you pay, we put the money inside, that's when the car starts to drive. You will be like, no, I'm going to go find another car
That I can test
that can test drive and drives properly and does what I want it to do, and then I'll buy it. So I mean, that's the way I say it. I'm just speaking on a logical mindset here, and that's the way I see marriage. If you say don't play house to a man that's not whatever, does not put a ring on it or whatever, how does that man make the decision to actually put you in that
Well, like
house?
she said, to a certain extent,
I mean, yeah. So the thing, it comes back to this: don't play house for the wrong man. Actually,
I agree with that one.
pick and choose the right person.
Just like
Pick and choose the right
when
person.
you talk about the
When
guy
you pick
that
the right one,
don't pick the wrong woman.
Exactly.
The guy don't pick
Right.
the wrong man. So at the
So
end
it
of the
goes both
day,
ways.
Like for example,
know?
right, as a woman, right, if I'm really into you, right, and I feel like you're, first of all, let's just break this whole dating before you even get to marriage, right?
Mm.
Nowadays, people, they will be talking for 10 years, just in talking stage, right, which is ridiculous to me. I'm over exaggerating clearly. They're
Yeah, I know, but
talking
yeah.
for like months,
I've seen it.
right, and then they like date, and then they go back to talking, which is ridiculous, or they end up ending in situationship, super ridiculous, right? If you're dating somebody, right, we're going out on dates or we're spending time. You're not coming to my house to begin with. If I'm dating you, I should not see you anywhere close to my house. Like, it's just not gonna happen, right? If you're dating somebody, I'm trying to get to know you, who you are, spiritually, mentally, physically. Like, are you messed up in the head? Like, is something doing you?
Everybody is messed up.
Like just something. Like, I want to get to know you as a person, right? And then I'm not gonna date you for more than a year or even more than 3 months. I'm not doing that personally. I'm personally not doing that. Because if you don't know what you want, if you don't know if you want to get in a relationship with me and be exclusive by 3 months or even less than that, guys know what they want when they see what they want. Now, why am I wasting my time? Like, if you really like me, you know what you want when you see me. So why am I wasting my time with you? Like, I have brothers, like, they tell me all the time, like, don't be wasting your time. If they're into you, they're into you. If they're not into you, they will delay you, and then they will gaslight you, and then they will start selling
String
you
you
sweet
along,
things.
right?
Like, guys know what they want when they see what they want. So it's like when I tell my friends all the time, when you're dealing with a guy and he's giving you hot and cold, run.
Yeah, I mean, also you need to understand that yes, guys know what they want when once they say it too, but sometimes the means to have what you want might not be there, so you don't want to actually try to go get that thing, knowing that you don't have the means for it.
So that means that's your issue. It's not my issue. Why should I be wasting my time and my energy and my effort on you when you not sure of if you want to have the energy and the zeal?
So now you have to think about it in the balance way too. I get what you're saying, and you're right. You have a point there, but also have to understand that, like, so if you see a guy where being real now you might be different. I'm just talking about general. So every time I'm talking here, I always think about the 80-20 rule. So I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about the 80. The 20, there's always going to be some special cases where it's
the
different.
exceptions.
So, but mostly when you see a woman, the woman loves a guy for XYZ reason. I like this guy. He has XYZ stuff. He fits the profile of how I want my man
Tend to be sexual.
Right. Whatever
So
it
they
is.
tend to be sexual.
But he is not where he's not done. He's not taking me to the next level. We're still doing dating. But because you know this guy, and then you've tried. Some women have been there. They've been there. No, I'm just being real here. They've been there. They've been with guys that are worse off, and I put them in the same position, and they see potential somewhere there. So you can get to a point where a woman is like, even though I can't see clearly, I don't know why. But I know this guy, he's still, but I know he's a guy for me. Now, if you feel, if a woman believes that this guy there's no possibility of him taking me to the next level, that's different. But if they see something, they see any iota of hope there, they want to stay because they know what they're about to leave. Before you lose something, you want to know you'll try your best. That kind of thing.
Potential. You don't date potential.
What do they do? See, some people like so.
No, women do date potential.
I mean, they do, but I'm saying from like in general,
women pick potential.
You don't date potential.
A guy might start as not interested in getting married and spend time with a woman enough. You said 3 months. Spend time with a woman a month. 3 months might not be enough. Spend time with a woman enough to make him. You don't convince a guy that doesn't feel like getting married in 3 months to get married.
Okay, I'm gonna take this a little bit too
To my
far,
daughter?
right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you tell your sister or your brother or your daughter to date a man for 6 months without him knowing if he wants to be in a
You
relationship?
just
with
give
her?
a definition of dating. You said, right, I'm not going to my house.
Well, I'm saying like you said, right? We're talking about the general, not just
The
specific.
general rule.
Yeah.
Right?
The general
So
rule.
generally, women would date men
If
for
he
a certain
finds-
amount of months,
If he finds
right?
a
But
guy,
even 3,
if
4 years.
if that sister finds this guy has a hope of being something I want him to be. He fits the profile. Is worth fighting for. I
So
want that as long as
they will be there for 1 year,
No,
2
it's
years, 3 years.
It's dating, right?
So you allow your daughter to date somebody for 1 year?
No,
With no
listen,
title,
wait.
they're knocking her.
No,
Let's be honest.
No, listen.
Let's be honest here.
Listen,
They're
listen.
knocking your daughter.
No, listen.
No.
Let's be
No,
honest.
no,
See,
listen,
that's-
listen.
We're
No,
just
listen.
going as far. That's too far.
No,
Like,
no,
we're
no.
going
That's
far.
not far.
But
It's
here's the
honest
thing. Let me
now.
make you understand
Let's
something.
be honest.
No, I
Would you
get what you're
allow-
saying. Let me
No,
answer.
but they will be
understand.
knocking your daughter now.
Hold on.
We're talking about general
Here's the
public,
truth
bro.
about
We're not
something
being
that you need to
specific.
understand. Here is the truth about something you need to understand. For a man to commit to a woman, it's the woman's responsibility to make that to happen.
I agree.
The woman makes it happen.
But
You
unless the
see,
man is
if willing or not, there are some things that you will do. See, I've seen men that don't really want to marry somebody. They didn't want to marry this person, but there were things that this person, right, did for them that actually pushed him and said, you know what, this is the person I'm going to settle down with. This is the thing you need to understand. Women control access to sex, men control relationships.
That's true. That's like a given.
So
fact.
That's what I was about to tell her.
the minute you meet a man and he
You
meets
think you'll be
you,
dating
right?
somebody for
If
1
you
year?
give him sex, that's not going to keep him. It's now your job to actually show him that beyond that sex, there is something worth making him to keep you.
That's true. I agree with that.
So for me, if a woman believes that this guy, so you're coming back to your question there. Like, I'm not saying stay blindly with a guy for a year. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that give the dating or whatever, the relationship, a fighting chance.
You think 6 months is not a
No,
fighting
I'm not
chance?
saying 6 months.
I mean,
Whatever your definition. So your 6 months might mean enough. So that person 3 months might mean enough. Then that person 1 year might mean enough.
6 months is too long.
Whatever.
Let me try.
Something
Okay,
now.
go ahead, Taylor.
So how
Sorry.
long should you date a person before you lock in on a relationship?
3 months tops.
3
Personally,
months?
my
That's what
opinion.
you think?
My
Okay.
opinion.
Do you
Okay.
think you
Because I
can
feel
get
like
to know
guys
a
will know.
person? Like in
That's
3
why you
months?
go on dates. You spend time with the person. Like,
I mean,
actually
you can
ask
never get to know a
relevant.
person.
I kind of think
That's
that's kind of
true.
early.
You
You
can never
ask
get to know a
relevant
person. Even for
questions.
50 years, you never get to know them. People change.
So,
I mean, people
change.
but
They switch
change is
up.
constant, right?
That's true.
And we're always constantly evolving every day.
So if
You
someone
wake
is
up
dating-
tomorrow different.
If someone is
From
dating
the-
from
the
a
previous
distance,
day.
you dating someone.
no,
at
this is a
distance.
different. Okay, now you want to go into long distance.
Well, I mean, just give it.
No,
a-
That's a different
No,
conversation.
let me try.
That's
Let me.
different
Oh, you're dating
spectrum.
someone. They're dating someone. So dating is a relation. Is like spending time in activity with someone. Okay.
Exactly.
That's what you want to do. That's what you know someone. Now you have a busy schedule. Okay, you work like 8 to 5, whatever. You guys maybe see like twice a week. You talk every now on the phone, chat, talk, all the stuff. You really spend time in activity, maybe once or twice a week, or twice a week, let's say. And then you want to spend time with this person for 3 months. So that means in a month you like maybe meet maybe 4 times, 5 times,
I need
or
to
8
know
times.
where your head is at.
And then so that's what I'm saying. Like so for me, what I think about that time, I don't say date infinitely. Don't date 1 year. Don't date 6 months. Don't even date 3 months. But if I'm as a guy see a woman that even is not fully interested in me, but I really see a potential in her. Even after 3 months of spending time with her, even though he's not giving me all the haul. Now I'm swapping the whole coin on the other side
Yeah.
now. I see a woman that has a potential this is a wife, right? And she's not giving me all her haul, right? And after 3 months, she's not giving me all her haul.
So you
Maybe
leave
she's
her.
dating other guys. Maybe she's trying to check
Test
things
the
out.
waters.
Whatever she's doing, but I see a potential there. I will stay until I feel that there is no more hope for me before I leave there.
Because one
That's-
thing
that's
is
a
true.
personal
One thing is
decision.
true.
Exactly.
Again, one
And,
thing
and
is
her
true.
choice is a personal decision.
Everything we're talking
Let's
is
It is.
personal.
understand
It
that
is.
everything is personal.
Yeah,
right?
it
It's
is.
a personal decision, right?
It
You
is.
can choose to like stay there until you feel like she's giving you her all, and maybe in her head she feel like she's giving you her all, and then that 3 months to her is her wrap, or 6 months is her wrap, 1 year is her wrap. You don't know.
And that
It's all
policy, and that
personal.
policy again is this. I always tell people this, and I live by that too. Like dating your relationship, as far as it's not marriage, right? Every point in time, you need to do a check, right? What is the purpose of this? Why am I here? If today is the last day, if this guy says, go your way, I go my way. What is it going to be like? Will I look back and say I regretted all the time I spent there?
Exactly.
If your answer is yes, you shouldn't be there.
You-
So during
Thank
that
you.
dating period,
Thank
it's
you.
not a time for you to feel like my life is going down the drain. It's a time to feel that your life is going up. Because for starting, how do I want to go more with someone that is already taking me
But
down?
you think a lot of people can communicate like that? You think a lot of people
Oh
are
no!
comfortable with
So,
that?
so the point is not about what a lot of people do right now. We're talking about like, say, for me now, I'm not saying that people are doing that. Like I'm saying, like one of the things that would make you like the way I see it, my own opinion is like every point in time in a dating a relationship, I need to take a status check. I need to check an evaluation and ask myself if she comes to me and says goodbye, dating relationship, anything, goodbye. I want to look back and say my life got better. I want to look back and look at regret. So if at any point in time you are thinking that way, I don't even see why you should be thinking of the next level with that person. So while dating a person, you're not seeing someone to define you.
So you guys are coming back to my point now. That you should not date somebody that you don't see anything with. You should not date anybody that there's no point.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, if you're
at the same time too. At the same time, you need to understand. Sorry to cut you off,
No.
but at the same time too, you need to understand that. I mean, for me, I don't know. I have a very, very old school mindset. But the thing is this. I mean, normally back in the days, I would say 6 months is enough to date and then
Thank you.
get married. That's back in the days though. But when a different time in a different era where everything is all different, where women have 2, 3 prospects that they're testing the waters with. They're checking out like, okay, who's going to be the one? So I'm gonna keep the 3 of them and be seeing all 3. And you have the same thing with men to keep in 1, 2, 3, trying to see who is going to be who or whatever. But like you said, when a man sees a woman and he knows this is it, and if he's ready, he knows, right? But I wouldn't think 6 months is enough in this day and age that we are to actually vet someone and and say you want to jump into marriage with them,
No,
especially
who
with
said
the
marriage
especially.
now? I said
Relationship.
No, I'm saying, yeah, no, we're saying
relationship now.
I have
relationship.
a friend.
Yeah, we're just saying.
I didn't say marriage now.
I know,
said
I know, I know, I know, I know.
I have a story
I
of
know.
a guy.
The dating and their relationship.
A guy,
Yeah.
a real life story. The guy has been with this woman for like they've been dating for like maybe like 6 months or 4, 5, between like 4 to 6 months. They've been dating, and they go out every now and then. And then this guy was having his birthday, and he invited the lady over to his birthday, and like half of the guys there, or like maybe like 3 of the guys there already knew this person. They'd been with her sexually
Like
with this guy.
sexually?
Yeah, with this person.
I
He's
don't
been with this
want
person
that.
for almost 6 months.
Nobody
He didn't know
wants
that.
that.
But he just took her out one
I'm
on
sorry,
one
if
time.
a body count is, no.
all you want, and she felt like before the person came, it's already like, oh, she's from here, like all the good stuff about this person. We're like waiting to behold who this person is,
Okay.
and it shows up and it's that. So for me, like back to
So
this
that
point,
cancel her because of
but
what?
it's not about canceling her. That's
No,
not.
he canceled her mentally.
No, that's
No.
gonna cancel.
No,
hey,
no,
for me, I would cancel.
I'm not saying
her.
like I'm
sorry,
not saying
that's
like
me.
But why?
that's something.
Why?
Don't you have
Hold
sexual
on,
partners?
hold on,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no, no,
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no.
on, hold on. Why? I will
Yeah.
tell you this: a woman looks to a man's future, right, to settle with the man. A man looks at a woman's past to settle with a woman.
That's true.
So you need to understand that. I don't want to have say for example, my girlfriend has an OnlyFans and she does whatever she does on there, and then I'm with her, and God forbid somebody sees it, oh yeah, that one, yeah, go check this out. Or do you want to go someday and she has a kid, and then her kids are being bullied because she was on OnlyFans? Oh, we've seen your mom's nakedness on OnlyFans. How do you think that would be for the kid? Traumatizing and all. How would you feel if you were to go for political ambition one day and become what, president? And they say, oh, he's married to ex whatever it is,
But
or
that's how you
whatever.
choose
And
your
you can
partners, though.
exactly my point. That's what he said.
Your
So
partners-
that's
your
what I'm saying.
Okay,
So
fine.
that cancels that.
Okay, you're
That would
fine,
cancel
right?
her
For
out
example,
of it
if he
already.
asked her,
Oh, I mean, dating. I don't know what the
Because
see.
it's
At the end of the day,
conversations,
I'm not
like,
so
if
so.
he
But,
asked- I'm not
but that
gonna
was
tell
it.
you my
If
sexual
she has,
needs
if
if
she
you
has,
don't
if she has
ask
asked her.
I mean, everybody has a
what's
past,
what's the
so I
coincidence?
understand that.
What's the coincidence for you to have at least 3 on the same spot?
On the same spot.
That's like red flag.
there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons. She could have met them in different situations that she didn't even know that they were all connected.
But at the end of the day, for me, if I had already locked into this person before that 6 months, and I found out that one, we're going back. And for me, I feel like at the end of the day, the thing is, that's why you don't want to go back and front. You talk about people going back and front. So when you go front, you've known enough. Because, so here's the thing, I always talk about this also in terms of relationship, dating, and marriage. I'm like, God, you need to spend enough time with someone doing the things she will do when married, so they have less things to worry about when you're married. I already know a lot of things about this person, so there's no surprises she's giving me at all. So when I'm getting married to this person, I'm not just going to say, oh, that's my ex-boyfriend. I already know enough about her, what she does, what she doesn't
So
do,
that
what
means
she
you
does.
didn't question her enough.
Yeah, but again, when you're dating
Or
someone,
maybe she
too,
didn't
like,
open
you know,
up.
I don't know the question to ask her. How many people have you slept with?
Maybe
Who are
she
these
didn't
people? Are they
open
my
up.
friends?
I mean, see,
No,
this is the
nothing.
thing about communication.
Okay,
Communication
first
is
of
like
all, right.
this. Hold on.
Go ahead, go
Communication is like this, right? Especially in relationships. You need to, if you actually see a prospect with the person, and you think this might be the person, you have to be totally open about it. Be like, hey, see, back in the days, I was a hoe. I did this, and this is what I did. If the person says, that's fine, it's in the past, let's move forward. That's good. Because why?
How many
When,
men would do
hold
that?
on. Why? When all these doors start to open and he starts to see, it won't be a big deal for him. He already knows.
How
So
many men
it'll be
would say
beyond
that?
it.
Oh,
I mean,
men
you
would
might
say
be
that?
surprised how many
No,
men.
they will.
You
They
might
will
be
have said that.
surprised.
I want
Do you know? Do you
men
know
will
that?
ask for
Do
the
you know
names. I want to know what the
But
name
that-
is.
hold
I want to
on,
know
hold on,
where.
guys,
How.
hold on.
Those insecurities.
Hold
No,
on.
it's not insecurity. It's just
that's
that's
not it.
security.
That's the thought you
Men
guys
are
have in the
very
head. Hold on.
egocentric.
Let me correct
Men
you
are
something.
very egocentric.
We are.
If you
But
love
let me
this
correct
woman,
you.
if you
Hold
love
on.
this woman,
Hold
you
on.
look beyond that.
Hold
can't
on,
just
guys.
tell
Hold on,
men
guys.
everything.
Hold on, guys. Let me correct you on something. Do you know that hoes and prostitutes get wifed more?
More quickly, that's true.
They get wifed more. Do you know
Statistic-wise,
why?
They do.
Do you know why?
They do.
Why?
Because
They're
the man
open
already
about it?
knows. The man already knows what they are.
That's crazy.
That's
but
true,
then
though.
they get with a woman.
But that's the truth. You see, there's a lot of
It's crazy.
women out here right now that says, oh, I'm old here and
But now with
I've not done
Africans,
shit. And
now-
hold on. I'm just saying, in general, that's all I'm speaking about. You see, there's a lot of women going out now and guys going out like, oh, I'm a saint, I ain't done shit, I'm good, I'm this and that. And then when you go back and find out, they have a whole lot of skeletons in their closet.
Everybody does.
It is. See, the secret is what kills, not the act itself.
That's the point.
It's not the act.
That's
It's
the
the
point.
secret.
So maybe because
It's not everything
maybe
that
because
everybody should know.
they're dating for 3 months. She's not got to that point of comfortability to discuss those kind of
That's why
things.
you go jump to a relationship. And
That's what I'm saying. Like, so this person is just 3 months in, 6 months in, whatever, 5 months in. Is not got to the point of comfortability to talk about such kind of conversations.
That's why you jump to a relationship. Relationship are potential. Marriage is not potential.
Oh wait, so that's why you.
I mean,
you
not
don't
all,
listen to
not
jump to
all
a
relationship will lead to marriage. So I mean, that too, that has to be considered.
Relationship are potential. You date your potential when it comes to relationship, but you don't date potential when it comes to marriage.
But do people know the difference between dating and relationship?
That's their
nowadays?
own
Is
business.
there a difference to it?
There's a big difference to relationship. You should not be sleeping with anybody that you're dating.
So you
Who
date
does that these
There's
days?
a potential when it comes to
You're in a relationship with a potential, somebody that you feel like can do better.
And then marriage is what?
Marriage is not potential. I'm dating you as a person. I'm dating you as what you already have accomplished, what you already have shown me as who you are as a person.
Okay.
That's who I'm going to marry. If you're a godly person, that's who I'm going to marry. If you're somebody that don't pray or don't believe in anything at all, I can't marry you. I mean,
That's your preference, yo.
But I'm saying in general, like everybody has something they would marry
They
somebody
would prefer,
for.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? You marry somebody for something. Dating, I'm dating your potential. Maybe you're hardworking. Maybe you have some goals that you have to.
You're
want
married
to
for who you
accomplish.
are, who the person is, and dating for that potential.
Exactly. That's what I do.
Okay.
Right? So I'm not gonna date you thinking that you are who you are. No, now. You're gonna change. Everything is gonna happen. But what I'm in a relationship with you, I get to accept that you don't clean up after you do.
No, but when you but the who you are, you need to know the who you are you're trying to date for, right? That's what we're talking
But
about.
that's why you have a relationship.
No, the dating part, I say you date for who the person is, right?
No, I said I'm married for who you are.
No, but you date for what?
I date
The
for
potential.
potential.
The
So when you're
potential.
dating this person, so you're dating them for potential.
Yeah, I'm dating to search.
I don't think a guy is dating for potential.
No, we don't. Guys don't.
woman now.
Yeah.
I'm not
women's
saying
thing.
you're
Yeah,
a guy.
that's a woman's thing.
Yeah.
Guys
You
is
know?
a different.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
for
not
sure.
all
A guy
women.
would
It's not all women.
date for
a guy would date
potential.
any woman as long as they
So that
find
the guy,
something.
yeah,
You know,
should
they're
be fine.
interested in that woman. It doesn't matter what standard or background or whatever it is. She could be working in McDonald's. She could be working
But
in
I'm saying for
Google,
women,
whatever.
though, I
You know, it
think
doesn't
women
matter.
should date for potential and marry for the person. Because who you are, I'm not gonna change you. Especially if you date the kind of people I date, you're like in your 30s. You're not gonna change who you are. You're who you are, right? You're stuck as who
Makes
you
sense, yeah,
are.
I got that.
But then too, people still change regardless. Change is constant. Like I said.
They
You
will
know,
change
you
other ways,
can't
right?
you can't
But
marry the right person, and a situation might happen that makes them change into something else.
But it has to be
What do
something
you
very
do then?
drastic.
What do you do then?
It has to be something drastic.
It may
And
not
then
be-
when it's already
So
drastic, I'm
let
already
me,
invested.
all right, let me
my
bring
time.
this to your attention again. Do you know that all men have the tendency, or actually, yeah, all men have the tendency of being promiscuous, of cheating, and I mean, would I call it
Well, that's a
cheating?
guy.
But it's just natural.
That's a female's, like some females, I know females, they're okay with dating somebody that cheats on them, as long as it's not in.
So
their
do you think monogamy is a thing for men? Do you think men are okay with monogamy?
No, it's a woman thing.
Exactly, it's a woman thing.
It's a woman thing.
Because
Women that want that.
she's looking like, what the hell? But that's the truth, though.
It's
So
a
this is
woman
the thing. This is the thing, and
Monogamy is a
we
woman
can all
It's not
we
bad.
can all argue about it, and we can all lie about it, right? But I'm gonna tell you this: if we brought 10 men into the room right now, right, and say, hey, if you have a chance to sleep with as many women as you can, no strings attached, nothing, nobody's going to blame you for it or whatever,
Men
or
don't
have
care
one
about-
woman for life, would you do it? They'll sleep with as many women as they can.
That's a fact.
And there's no feelings attached to it. There's nothing
Men
attached to it.
will, women.
Women will.
Yeah, women,
But that's the
women.
thing, it's a
That's
bad
the thing.
It's a
Monogamy
bad
is a
thing.
woman's
It's
thing.
not
See,
a woman
even if
thing.
even in the animal kingdom, it's the same way.
That's a fact.
A male dog will sleep with as many female dogs.
You don't even have a preference.
A male bull will sleep as many female bull. A male lion will sleep as many female lions. the pack, the leader of the pack of the wolf has how many females? It's just the natural thing for the male species.
Yeah.
Now, some people are disciplined to the point that they can say, you know what, yeah, it's not for me, I'm not doing that, and that's it.
But that's your woman. You have to
But thinking monogamy for a man, it's just that's the woman's thing. It's just a woman thing. It's not really a man's thing. If a man has a way, if he has his way to go about, he'll do it.
That's a fact.
But there are no feelings to it though. If a woman is going to give out sex, she must be emotionally there.
It has to be a connection.
If a man is going to get sex or give out sex,
if we're gonna talk,
there's nothing there.
Currently,
It's just for the
currently.
minute and it's done.
Let's not
it's
talk
out.
back in the days. Let's talk
I'm not talking about
currently.
back in the day. I'm talking about currently.
You're lying then.
How am I lying?
There's women out there that will knock for knocking.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, of course. There are women.
I like that. Well, I agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. Before you see married men around, flirting around with other girls, but now you see married men around doing exactly
They
the
do
same
it like,
thing.
yeah.
So, I mean, let's
You see, that's all because of the feminist movement.
Don't put pretty feminists in here. Feminists has nothing to do with this.
I like the no. I'm not against the feminist movement. I like them. I appreciate them.
No.
They gave us the opportunity to have more options.
No.
So, hey, congrats to the feminist movement. Thank you guys for giving us the access to what we didn't used to have. Because back in the day, as a man, if you didn't have your shit together, it was hard for you to get sex. If you were not successful in some way or the other, you can't have a woman.
Okay, first of all,
Because women were picky, right? Women were picky. Women would not want to be with a Tyrone or whatever. They would not want to. But nowadays, because of the feminist movement, telling the women that, you can be as promiscuous as the man and whatever, so now we all have a chance. Even the dumb broke guy that has nothing going for him can get ass easy. Whose fault is that? Because you guys control access to sex.
That's true.
If you walk out right now and say, man, I'm looking for a guy to just sleep with me right now, guys will line up. But if a guy walks out of this room and says, I'm looking for a woman to sleep with me right now, he'll just be sticking into the air. Nobody's gonna come out. No man, no woman or whatever will line up.
No, I feel like
So you guys control the access. So again, I'm not advocating for cheating. Cheating is not good or anything, but I still blame it on the woman. Because at the end of the day, if you don't allow it, it will not happen.
Thank you. No, it will happen sometimes. So
I mean, I'm just being honest. It will not happen because the man cannot get it. Now, the only way, I mean, except for those who go and get it by force, but the man will not get it naturally. I'm just saying. If we walk into the club right now, 10 guys can approach you and you would just keep snubbing them and say no, right? You just keep snubbing them. Now, the same guy, one guy will approach 10 women and they'll just snub him. So how is he going to get the sex? Unless someone says, okay, yes, come get it.
So that makes her, does that make her a hoe?
Makes her whatever it makes her.
Does that make him a hoe?
I mean,
the double standard thing is killing me.
No, it's not really double standards if you look at it. If you look at it, so it's like this: you are selling this cups, right? And this is your cup. You're selling it, and you put it out for sale. If someone comes and says, you know what, I want to buy this cup, and you say no, there's no point. It leaves. If someone comes and says, you know what, you put this cup for $5, but I'm gonna pay $2, and you give it to him, whose fault is that?
That's you not valuing yourself.
Whose fault is that?
I mean, yeah, that's
okay.
That's
So if someone else comes and say, you know what, this cup you put it for $5, I want to pay $10, and you still say no.
Oh, have you ever heard the?
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? You are the one who controls the access. It's not double standards.
I understand
You control
that.
the access.
I definitely understand that, but like just in general, like men and the double standards with women, it's like men can do things as far as being promiscuous, but they don't consider themselves whole.
Like we say, it's not right. It's not. It's not.
No, but
right.
it's different.
It's not
though.
morally
No,
right.
but it's different though. Now, so the whole thing,
not
man,
morally
whole,
right.
man or woman, the whole thing, that's two different things. When a woman goes out and sleeps around, okay, the man is not looking at her as, okay, let me start with the man. So when a man goes around to sleep around, the woman is looking at this man as, oh, don't bring HIV/AIDS home, don't bring the baby home. Don't don't bring another woman to compete with me. That's the kind of thing that's going through her head, right? But when a woman goes to sleep around, that's not the kind of thing the man is worried about. He's worried about things like, oh, she's now used. She's been used by other people. Like she's
worried
now
about
used access.
the future.
He's not worried about. He's not
tomorrow,
worried
what's
about
happening.
some HIV or some baby or some issue getting pregnant. If you get pregnant with someone else, that's your business. Like he's not worried about all that stuff. He's worried more about that body is no more mine. It's not secluded from me anymore. Even though she cheated before, but since I've known you, now you cheat again or you do this again me, that's not mine anymore. Even if the guy is cheating. So when a woman is crazy with a guy saying that, oh, he's cheating on me, let me go and cheat, you're passing like it's not 1 equals to 2. Like the way, so you cannot compare the way, so I always try to clarify that a woman cannot compare the way a man reacts to you cheating as a man or hoeing as a man as hoeing as a woman. That's two different things.
Because women and men are never equal.
And they're never the same. And again, like I was
It's
trying
just
to
not
like
like
I was
that.
trying to say,
You
it's
don't like
not
the fact
that.
that women
See,
and men are not
you know,
equal? We
No,
can never
like
be equal. Like women are fighting for equality, right? But
no,
that
women are not fighting for equality. They're
No, we are.
fighting for
We're-
superiority. That's just it.
No,
it's not
no,
equality. It's
no,
superiority.
Jimmy,
to be honest, no. Let's be honest.
No.
Break
I
it
feel
down.
like-
Let's break it down.
The
Should
whole
I break it for you?
feminist movement, right,
Mhm.
was based on equality for
Okay.
women, right?
Okay.
On like
Go on.
the whole history of it,
Okay.
right, was more of like work equality.
Okay.
Women getting the same pay as men were doing because they put in the same effort.
All right, let's
right?
go.
But then the whole movement moved on to something else, totally different.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
household,
Superiority.
so
Superiority.
this and everything. But the whole idea of that whole feminine thing was not about household.
Okay,
nonsense.
so hold on. The
It was
idea,
about
the idea
work
of
and
feminist,
being
the idea of
fair.
feminist was
Yeah.
about being fair to each other, being equal,
Exactly.
right? In equal pay, equal rights, equal whatever.
But it
now,
wasn't
let's,
household.
let's break it down. Let's break it
Let's
down.
be honest.
Well, in 2023, what rights do you have, or what right does a man have that you don't have?
Oh,
There
men
is
are still
none.
getting paid way more than women.
That's not true.
Oh, that's a fact.
That's not true.
Oh, that's a fact.
That's not true.
Oh, that's a
That
fact.
myth has been debunked, and I will break it down to you. It has been
Let's
debunked.
search jobs.
Okay,
It's
so
a
here,
fact.
here is the thing.
It's
You
a
say
fact.
let's search jobs. Hear me out. You say let's search jobs. You go on Indeed, you type in nurse assistants, right? They didn't put it there if you're a man or a woman. They put $24 per hour there.
Yeah.
That's what they put there, right? And you go apply for the job as a woman. What are they going to pay you? The $24 they put there.
Way less than that.
That's not true. That is not true. See, this has been argued and debunked. I'm going to make you understand one thing about the pay gap that people were saying is whatever it is. It's not pay gap. Because why? Women are not talking about getting paid more than men in some industries.
We're
like
talking about being
what?
equal pay.
Hold on, equal pay. A man as a model does not get paid as much as a woman as a model. Do you know that?
Depends on the industry.
Do
it
you know
depends
that?
on who you're modeling for.
No,
Yes,
you don't
it
get paid
depends
as
on
much.
brand- it
Do you
depends
know
on
why?
the brand.
No.
What are you
I'm going to
talking
tell you why.
about?
It's not the brand. It's because women are more appealing and they're more productive in that aspect of business.
It depends on the
No.
brand.
See, if she's wearing makeup right now, right, for let's say Mac, right? Mac is a famous makeup whatever. She's
Okay.
wearing makeup for them, and the man is wearing makeup for them. Who do you
Okay.
think is going to get more customers and more paid?
Why would a man be? I mean,
I mean,
Korean-
no,
Korean
forget
men
it.
wear-
No,
men wear makeup.
no.
Like,
We're talking about
they do.
equality.
You can walk anywhere, right?
No.
Okay, you're
Just answer
doing
the question.
makeup,
Just
right?
answer the
So
question.
let's do
Who's gonna?
boxers.
No.
No,
Answer
it's
the
two different
question.
situations
Answer the
now.
question. Who's gonna get paid more?
Of course, women.
She's
But now
gonna get
we're
paid
doing
more.
boxers,
Exactly.
right? Let's do boxers now,
Boxers.
right?
Okay, go ahead. Tell me what you want to tell me.
A male is wearing boxers because you're doing makeup. Makeup
Okay.
is woman based.
Okay.
So let's do boxers, which is man based.
Okay.
A man is wearing boxers and females wear boxers.
Okay.
Female wearing boxers.
Okay.
As a woman that's shopping for my husband, you think I would not look at that man?
Do you
his
hold on?
package
Hold
and
on.
see, like,
But
does my husband fit that
here's the
package?
thing I'm going to tell you. The man is going to get paid more. Do you know why? Because nobody wants to see a woman in boxers.
Nobody wants to see a man in
hold
makeup.
on.
Like,
Put
what
her in
is he
district.
saying?
That's what I'm telling you. We can never be. There's never going to be that equality
Well,
in that
same thing. You
thing.
can both
That's
say
what
the
I'm
same thing,
saying.
right?
There's
But
never going to
he
be that
said-
equality. So that's what you're talking about. And I'm telling you this. But let's go back to where
something that women and
something
men
that we
can
both
do
do.
balance. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about
See,
financial.
the
Let's
reason
talk
why
about
the
corporate.
reason why people think there is gender pay gap is this. The reason is this: the jobs that men will apply for and get paid good, women are not applying for it.
Talking about, like,
Women don't
plumbing and
want
all
it.
that kind of stuff.
Women don't want those kind of jobs.
I agree.
Who's going to do bricklayer work or trash picking work or whatever? But a man makes good money from that.
They do.
So
They
women
actually
don't want to
make-
do that.
They actually make a lot.
They don't want to do that.
I'm
So
not
that's
gonna
why you
lie.
see that. It's not because if
They
both
have
of
good
us walked
benefits.
into Google right now and applied for the same job, they will not pay me more than they will pay her. They will put whatever they put online for that job as the pay is what they will pay both of us or
I mean,
either one of us.
When it comes to that,
And then hold on. The only part where I might get paid more or she might get paid more is when it comes to productivity. If I'm producing more than she's producing, I will.
Or you
of course,
negotiate.
I will
Or you-
fight.
or you
I will
negotiate.
fight.
negotiation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
Then I will
negotiation.
fight. I will fight for more pay. I'm not going to be working more than she's working and expect to get paid the same thing. And you also have to understand that the woman's biology and the man's biology is not the same. She needs maybe time off from pregnancy. She needs time off from other things. Women want to take more vacations than men want to. We don't care about vacations.
Well, you know men
we
are
only
taking
take
time off.
vacations. Yeah,
For
I mean,
pregnancy, men are taking like labor.
no,
time.
those are, we're not talking. We're talking
mean,
about
the
men.
company
We're not
give-
talking
the
about.
company
We're
gives
talking
you
about
the
men.
take-
Most
You know,
companies are
we're talking
actually
about
giving
men.
Yeah, which is fine. They give it
like
the ticket.
labor.
Yeah, we're talking about men now. Men, real men, not those men. We know those men.
Why wouldn't
But
you
we're
take
talking
the time
about
off?
real men.
No,
Jimmy, why
Real
would
men,
you
If the
real
company,
men,
if the company
really,
gives you time
real,
off,
real
you
men
can
work.
take it. You can take it.
Real
But again,
men-
the
real
time
men
off
work.
they give a woman a 6 month or 3 month off. They give a man a 2 weeks off. It's
I
two
wish they
different
give
things.
women 6 months. I wish they
I'm
You
just
get what I'm saying?
They do
Real
give-
men
some companies
work.
give 6
Real
months
men
off.
Really?
don't really want to take time off. If I take time off as I am, usually when I take 2 days off, the first day I'm already bored and I want to get back to work. That's men. That's the way our brain is.
That's women too.
No, not really. All it takes for you is to go on Instagram and see the next vacation, and you're thinking about the next one you want to take.
It's not all women.
So it's
Some
all
women.
about, at the end of the day, productivity too. You have to consider all of that. There is really no gender pay gap. It's just choices that people are making. It's the choices that you make that puts you where you are. Women are more agreeable at negotiating pays.
That's true.
A woman would look at it like, oh shit, I'm about to get paid 60,000 a year. Shit, I'll take it. That's fine.
And because
But
you
a
think I
man
have a
will come,
husband,
a man
I have
will
a
come in that
husband
position
that will back
and
me
say,
up.
you know what? No, that position, I want 90K for a year. And they'll negotiate back and forth and be like, okay, we'll give you 85. It's getting 25%, 25,000 more than the woman. And then the woman will say, oh, because I'm a woman now I get paid this. No, you agreed to that. If you had actually went in there with your pants tight and you made that negotiation,
But that's
you
what
might
they-
have gotten 100K.
But that's how they teach negotiation, though. When it
Now,
comes to like
now they're teaching
when it
it.
comes to like corporate, right?
Now they're teaching it
I
in
don't
the
know, like,
corporate
you do
sense.
makeup, right? Tiffany.
The state Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so sorry. Taylor, right? You do makeup, right? So, like, when it comes to like negotiation, right? Ben might have to take that out. But Taylor, let me say that again. I'm so sorry, by
No,
the
it's
way.
okay, it's
I'm
okay.
I'm terrible with names. I don't even remember it.
Well, please,
And
Don,
I met him more than once.
Don't call me T or anything, Dom.
I met him more than once. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry about that.
That's fine.
But Taylor, right?
Mhm.
So like with makeup, right? There's competition, right?
Yeah.
But your competition is more of somebody else that does makeup, right?
Right.
So you might lower your price, or you might compromise your price, or
Right.
might have like certain policies,
Mhm.
right? And that's the same thing that goes with corporate,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
With corporate, right? I might be the same cybersecurity. You might be the same cybersecurity, right? But the way you negotiate, the way I negotiate, is totally different,
Of course.
right? So he might negotiate and get himself double my pay,
Yep.
and I might negotiate and just get the minimum. But that's why there's like actually courses that teaches you how to negotiate when it comes to like interviews and anything,
And you have to remember that has nothing
so
to
that
do with
you
you
get
being a
your
woman. It's just
so that
It's
you
not
get what you
negotiation.
want out. And I get what you're saying. It's not about being a woman.
You know,
It's
there's
just
there's
you
no
just
gender
need to
pay
learn
gap.
how to negotiate
honest.
to
Right.
get what you want out of life. And now I actually support
Women, do you know that? Do you know that? Do you
I
know
get
that?
what you're saying.
Majority of women these days go to colleges and study the most dumbest
Dumbest
courses.
thing. I had this conversation
And then you
today.
come back and complain
So
and say,
stupid.
"Oh, I'm not getting paid, whatever." You went and studied a dumb course.
So stupid.
What is the usefulness of that course to the society? Who wants to really pay for that course for whatever you went and studied for 4 or 5 years in college for? Why not go into engineering? Oh no, that's too
Why not
tough.
do
That's a woman's job. That's a man's job. Okay, but the man is getting paid, and why are you complaining? Yeah, because I'm a woman. No, it's not because you're a woman. It's because you chose your path.
That's true. Jimmy, you're right.
There is no gender pay gap. People have debunked it, and I keep saying it. It has been debunked. There is no gender pay gap. We can be in the same establishment and be doing the same work, and I can still get paid more than you, or you can still get paid more than me. It's all about, hey, how well are you able to, negotiate? And I know there are companies who would, you go there and 3 of us might be doing the same job, right? Maybe they're paying the not 50K a year. They're paying she 60. And then I go there and negotiate 80.
80.
And then the company will tell you, please do not discuss your pay. They always have it
Yeah,
in
they will
the
tell you.
disclosure clause. Do
Yeah.
not discuss your pay with any other person. You know why? Because everybody negotiates different. And if you tell the next person, they will try to go back and renegotiate the pay too.
Right.
I feel like
So it's just what it is.
you just have to educate yourself. Like you have
That's
to be
it.
somebody that reads and understand the job. Whatever job market you're in, like you're in makeup, right? Whatever job market you're in, you have to be like a specialist
Right.
in that market. Just because like you're competing with so many other people
Of
that are
course.
even more talented than you, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and you'd
So,
be
like,
surprised. You'd be surprised that someone who's more talented is even charging way less
They're less than
than
you
what you
because-
would
because
charge.
their market
But because
strategy is
you know
different.
how to actually persuade your customers, you know how to get them to understand that what you do is professional, and you know how to do what you do, they'll pay that more.
Honestly, it's just all about strategies and you knowing what you're going for. Like you can charge less. Like your makeup looks nice. I'm not gonna lie,
Oh, thank you.
right? I wish
Like
I could
like
makeup
like,
like that,
like I said,
but I
initially,
don't. Your
you know,
makeup look nice, but it's just about how can you sell it.
Yeah.
It's all about sell and buy.
Like
As a
market-
customer,
marketing.
for me, I will buy it because I see you in person, right? But online,
How can you market it? you know?
exactly. Why would I want to hire you?
Right.
So really, the feminist movement, hey, I like them, but it's now more about equality. It's more about superiority. Women being superior, and that's what they planning. That's what they're aiming at now. That's what they're fighting for. And I mean, that's just stupid and dumb. It's never going to happen. But good luck to them. Like I said,
Yeah, I feel like
we're
they
never
just
going
sit
to be
down.
equal. We all
We
have
will
our
never
strengths.
be
We all have our,
equal.
our weaknesses.
Women and men can
It's never going to be
equal.
happen. But rights in having equal rights and stuff, yeah, we will have that. These days, women have more rights than the men. Actually, men don't have as
Since
much
when?
rights.
Since when?
I mean, since whenever, men don't have as much rights as
I
a
think
woman.
that's a different topic, Sha.
I mean, I'm just saying it's the truth.
Is
If
it
you
really?
if you impregnate
You guys
a woman,
don't start
hold
to
on,
be
hold
like,
on,
is it
hold on,
really?
hold on. Yes, it is. If I was to impregnate a woman now, do I have the right to say I don't want to be a father?
Yes, you have.
But would I be able to
Yes.
hold that right? No.
Legally, yes.
No, you can't.
Yes,
You can't. The
yes.
court would not let you.
Let's search.
Go
Legally,
ahead, search it up.
it's possible.
Search it up.
Wait,
Search
wait,
it up.
how
Search it up.
no,
Search
let
it
me
up.
explain.
Search it up.
If you want, if
Search it up.
I'm a woman, I want an abortion, right?
Mhm.
And you don't want it as a man.
I don't have a right to
it
say even if
depends
you
on
wanted
the
it.
it's legal.
If you say you want an
Wait.
abortion, I can't say keep it.
Nah, Jimmy, wait now. It depends on the state. You can search it up.
I mean, well, yeah. If you say it depends
it
on
depends
the
on the
state.
state, right?
Yes.
Where if
Now you're
I
talking
say
about
as
states,
a
but we're
woman,
talking
right?
about in general, though, the general populace.
No, we're talking about legal. You just brought legal and legislative into this whole conversation.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in general populace. In the general populace.
In general.
It's not
Okay,
about
in
one state
general,
or two
it
states
depends on
or
the
whatever.
state that you're
You know,
in.
general populace, right? A man does not have a right to say I don't want to be a
Yes,
father.
you do.
The woman has the right
Yes,
to
you
decide
do.
if
It
she wants to
depends
be a
on the
mother
state that
or doesn't want
person
to be.
Live.
Now we're talking about the
man can
exception. That's the
say- A
exception.
man can say, "Oh,
The
I
exception
don't
is
want
not the
this
rule.
girl
The
to give
general
birth
is
to
the
my
rule.
child." The woman can say, "I don't want to give birth to this guy," trying they could take it up to court, and the judge can fight them to see who's more right.
Mm.
I'm sorry, yo. To see who's more right.
Have you forgotten my body, my right?
No, that has nothing to do with, like, now they give guys right where they can say, I want this child.
Mm.
Or I don't want
And
this
she's
child.
just going to carry it for 9 months for him.
They can
just like that.
debate. No. It's a legal thing. Like, you can literally search it up.
Okay.
I'm not lying. Like, you can literally look it up.
I know
Men
there are
have
states.
right now,
I
they
know,
can say, I don't want to
there are
have,
states that
like,
have
I
that
don't want
law.
to have a baby with you. And they can fight it in court. And if you have that baby, it's on you. It's not on the men anymore. Because they said they don't want it.
I know,
So
I
it's
know
like
there,
men
there
have
are
that
a couple
right
of
now.
states, I think there's 2 states that have actually
They actually have
inducted
that
Well,
right
well,
now.
well,
I know
but
there are
majority
2
of the states don't, though.
It's just
Yeah,
2
but
states
that's a
for
work
now
in
that I
progress.
know of.
What I'm trying to say is that men have like a chance. I'm not saying like they have like 100%.
I think Texas is one of the states, if
like
I'm
they
if I'm
have
correct.
like some percent where
That's
they,
why you cannot do abortion in Texas
like,
anymore.
exactly. Like where
You
they
have to go
have
to
a
a different
chance
state
to
to
say
do
like,
an abortion.
okay, I don't want you to have my baby, and if you have my baby, it's on you. It's not my baby. I have no child support. No, they don't have any responsibility for that child.
But do you know
Because
that
they
the
don't
court
want
will
it.
still hold you responsible though
They
for the
can't,
passport?
because there's a legal, you don't understand. Everything is legal. Anything I signed, you cannot reverse it unless I decide, we both decide that you should reverse it.
Here is the
That's
thing.
why I believe in contracts.
Here's the thing you need to understand. Child support is not a thing of I want to or I don't want to. The woman has the power to do it. And once the woman does it, it's in there. This is how child support goes. She knows your name, knows your social security number, sends it to the place, they do it.
And as a
Now
man,
you
have
have
support.
you now have to go start to fight it in court.
Exactly. And you
Now,
have to prove.
now, do you know the cost of that? How many men have the money to do that? The lawyers and
Oh,
fight
no,
it
no.
and
Now
do all
we're
of
talking
that?
about, now we're talking about support. There's so many programs, there's so many things that are out there.
Do
to
you know
support
that?
people
Do
that
you
are
know?
going
Do you
through
know that the
divorces
states
that are
actually?
going
Do
through-
you know that the states actually benefits from child support?
Of course.
Okay.
'Cause they're getting their
30% of the
taxes and
child
everything
support,
out of it.
if I'm correct, 30% or 40% of child support goes to the states.
Yeah, of course.
So that's
it's
why the
taxes
state is
now. Of course it's
advocating
taxes.
for it. The state will always advocate for it
But they will
because
not
they
give
benefit
to
from
you.
it.
They can't
The federal
give it to
government
you.
pays the states for child support.
Jimmy, they cannot give it to you if you have that thing in line. Whatever, I'm not saying all the states
Okay.
have accepted it, right? But once you have decided that I want no part, I don't want this woman to have my child, and it's legal. I don't care what she takes you. That document will push you through because you said you don't want any part of it.
I will do more research
you
on
can't
that.
afford-
On
then you
our part,
should.
I will do more
You
research
should.
and I
And
will
I might
see
not be
that.
100%.
But I know 2 states. I know Texas and one of the states have that law already.
Yeah, where
but
you can
how
have
does
kids
it
and
work?
you don't have to
I
be
don't know
responsible
because
for
it's
it.
just recently they just
Yeah, it
they
is
just put the
recent.
law in.
It is
was
recent.
recently. So
It is
I would need to do more research and see if anybody has actually won based off of that. But so far,
You
a lot of
should-
people are still getting put on child support. A lot of people are still getting held responsible, men in general, for pregnancies and
Most people
whatnot.
that get people pregnant are in their state.
You know, so it's
Unless
just
you travel to Miami one time and decided to do some fuckery, right, and then get somebody pregnant, that's a total different conversation, and that's a total different state. That they have their own rules,
yeah, of course.
right? But I think that men are actually getting, because pregnancy is different. If as a woman, right, you know this guy don't care about you. He don't want you as a, like, let's be honest now. You know, like, he's not a father, he's not a husband, he's not a anything now.
It's not there.
It's not there, and you're trying to put pregnancy on his head.
I would never understand.
But
Me
that's,
personally,
you are a
wouldn't put
woman.
myself
You
through it.
decide to do that on your own. Why are you punishing the guy by giving him child support? Because he told you he didn't want the baby to begin with. And I know a lot of women will criticize me, right? Honestly, I just feel like if he's not wanted, if you're going to keep it for yourself. Take care of it for yourself. Raise your child on your own, because just know that
Yeah,
you're going
but
to
you know,
sacrifice so
a
much.
lot of women, majority of women use child support as a get back.
Of course.
They use it as a get
And
back.
that's, you're just,
like, oh, okay, you don't do this, I'm gonna run you, I'm gonna do this.
but
and
who's
do that,
suffering?
but,
Now
yeah.
he's not even there. He's just paying money. He's not even in your child's life.
And the money is peanuts. It's not even shit most times because the guys that gets them pregnant has no real life whatever. Maybe he's working at McDonald's or Walmart or whatever. Doesn't even have much money making in the first place.
I mean,
And
unless
it's paying
you
what,
just score a
200 a
rich
month?
person. Is it Dr. Dre?
200 a month.
Dr.
and then
Dre's
what?
wife,
That's it?
ex-wife?
That's
Oh,
it?
that girl is coming
Come
with
on.
money.
You
It's
know,
like,
but then
it's like one
it
in
is what it
billions,
is.
like she coming home with. But then you see, she was somebody that reaped what she sowed, right? She was there with him from the 0 to the 1,000 to the millions. So whatever she got, she deserved it, because she actually helped him build to what he was, gave him ideas, was there long nights. So she deserved what she got out of it. Like, you get what I'm saying? But if you're not giving, you're not sacrificing, why do you want a man's money now? What do you have nyash? You think you can get nyash somewhere else?
Hey, don't let some women hear that. They will not agree with you.
No, I'm
but
a very logical person. I think logic.
and I like that, because that's the only way. Logic is the best way. I mean, for me, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Think with the head and not the heart. You will succeed. You know, it's been wonderful having you guys. It was wonderful. I enjoyed it. What do you think? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did. This is my first podcast, so
Okay.
I'm just, kind of getting a feel of,
Was
catching
the
the
whole vibe and
conversation.
everything?
So we
Okay.
definitely have to do this again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dawn, any last thoughts?
I mean, for me, I feel like it's a good way to just express yourself. I think it's
And
nice
then
to
new
hear.
things, you know.
Yeah, I like to hear people's opinion and see how people are thinking. I'm always open to know more. So
Exactly.
definitely a good one.
And Zainab,
I think I'm way used to podcasts because I have my own podcast.
Yeah.
But I think I spoke too much.
no, you
And
did
gave
good.
too
You
much
did good.
of
We
my
had fun.
ideas and
I mean,
stuff like that.
For today, not really learn something new, but at least I have something to go research on. So yeah, it was.
Yeah,
wonderful.
but yeah, I'm happy to be here though, honestly.
All right,
I am.
right. We would surely like to have you guys
Yeah, good
over
job.
more and
Good
more.
job, good job,
you
good
know,
job, man.
and as we get more guests and everybody, we can have more opinions and chop up more talks. Thank you all for coming. It was wonderful having you guys, and it's been wonderful. It's always call a spade